First of all, Michael, your thoughts on Saturday? Certainly a memorable day for Lincoln City fans and yourself.
So I think tough game. I know we scored some good goals, but I thought for moments it was a tough game. But I thought the lads really applied the game plan, especially the first 15 minutes, really, really well of what we tried to do. We knew it would be a really tough game because they're really good with the ball, so we knew we had to be really strong without the ball. But I thought the planning transition was really, really good, and I think to a man again, I think the lads were superb.
And some standout performances and some standout finishes, not least from Jack Moylan, the new signing that came in January. How's he settled in? Obviously, we see the fruits of that labour at the weekend.
Yeah, well, I think Jack's been chomping at the bit to get in the team, and he's been here a bit longer than Jan. He came like November ready, if you like, ready for Jan. So he's been training really well, and we see things like that in training all the time from Jack, and he's got this ability to go past people and get in the box. And I think we've been talking as a group about making our moments count in the final third, and I think on Saturday they did that really, really well. And yeah, Jack I think was superb when he came on at half time.
Obviously we saw a few players playing out position, Danny, a bit deeper than usual. Any updates on those injuries, Bishop as well?
Yeah, so first of all, I thought Danny was brilliant again as a six, and I think he was fantastic in there with Ethan. A bit of a different role, but he's a talented player. So when called upon, he did some great stuff. I think without the ball, he was really good as well. In terms of the injuries, the long terms we know about. Teddy's 50-50, so he's touch and go whether he'll make tomorrow. And Freddie, we've got a little bit of an issue with again, which we're not too sure about. So he might be again something we assess today when they come into the building, and we'll see about tomorrow.
That potentially, is it one that it could be nothing or it could be a season?
Yeah, I think most injuries that come on a match day or a training day, they take 48, 72 before you can really scan them and have a look at them and see what's going on. And if it's scanned and it's a little bit more, then you have to the medical team have to go a bit more of a deep dive. If it's not too much from a scan, then it's not going to cause some more damage. So we're in that situation really with Freddie now after the game, and Teddy's hopefully we'll have a look at him today, see how he goes.
Of course, there was a lovely article that went out yesterday on the Coach's Voice that you were part. A lot of Lincoln City fans will have read. I wanted to touch on what you said about alignment. How important is it to have all the staff that don't work under you but work alongside you, I suppose, aligned with the same vision as yourself? How important is that?
Yeah, I think alignment comes from everything in the club. I think it comes from the CEO and the board to myself. It comes from the commercial team to the board. It comes from every part of the club. And I think and then from that situation it comes to the football department, if you like, from the recruitment and Jez and myself, and then even to our multidisciplinary team, the medical, the sports science, how we want to play, how we keep players fit. I think alignment is just a key ingredient in football, which when you see clubs being successful at every level, they've got good alignment. When generally you see clubs not doing too well, it's because the alignment's gone. So for me, it's a really important part of this club, and it's got that in abundance, and it's just keeping that to keep progressing really.
Looking at matters on the pitch then, you've only lost once since you came in to a team underneath you twice all season. Cambridge tomorrow, it's going to be a different game to one on the weekend.
Yeah, I think we have to be really, really mindful and really, really careful that we don't underestimate teams at this level. And I said to the lads, this 3 points is the same as the last 3 points. We did really well at Barnsley, but it was the same 3 points. Both games are worth 3 points. So we always say we respect everybody, but we fear nobody from top to bottom. And we'll give Cambridge a huge respect. They've brought in a really experienced manager under Gary Monk. They picked up a point against a Northampton team that are doing really well. So we know this is going to be a really, really tough game, but we need to start fast, we need to start bright, and we need to be on it to try and get 3 points. And I think going away to Barnsley and doing really well and not doing so well against Cambridge is not a good result against Barnsley. If we turn this game around in 3 days and do really well, and all of a sudden these 2 games look really good for us. So we have to be really respectful, and we have to really work hard for 3 points. It's not going to be as easy as probably people start to feel. And the game will feel different. The game at Barnsley was open, and we knew that would be open because they like the ball. This game's going to be different. I think they'll come, strong defensively and try and catch us on the counter. So the whole story of this game is going to have a different feel to it.
You've got 9 games left in the season in the league. Is it 9 cup finals to get to those playoffs? Obviously viewed as the outsiders now, but it's still a realistic possibility.
Still a way to go. But I think the lads over the last few games have done brilliantly. For me, it's every game. You just have to take every game, and like I say, it might be a cliche, it might not, but every game's worth 3 points. And now we have to go to Cambridge and just focus heavily on Cambridge. Today we have to be focused on the training pitch. We have to be composed, we have to be professional, we have to be focused, and that's what's been great about these lads. We just go to the next challenge, and Cambridge is all we're thinking about at the minute.
And you're seeing that belief in the squad. You're also seeing it in the fans. I think it was nearly 2,000 that made the trip to Barnsley, and of course under the lights tomorrow. Are you expecting the fans to really get behind you as always?
The fans have been brilliant since I've been in, since I've known it. But I think what's really exciting is they're starting to feel the excitement on the pitch, and probably the way that we're playing and how we want to play as a team. And hopefully they're seeing some kind of football that they can connect with, and they're seeing a group of players which are working hard in every moment. And I think when you see players working hard for wins, to stop goals, we look at the situation where we conceded on Saturday, and our team's fuming, and Lucas is fuming, and the back line's fuming, and that just shows you what the group's about. That just shows you that they're not happy with that. And some would say, oh, don't worry, you're winning 5-1, but our group's not happy with that, and we keep pushing, we keep trying to improve, and we keep trying to get better, and I think the fans are part of that, and they're definitely on the journey with us in that sense.
And finally, Joe Taylor seems to be picking up a bit of a knack for back heels. Have you told him to maybe try kicking it forward, or...?
No, that's just Joe. He's got cheeky moments in him. But yeah, I think it's in the right moments, that's good. But Joe's working hard as well, Joe's working really hard at his game. We know he's got goals, we know he's got pace, but there's other areas of his game where Joe's slowly developing into a player that we all want him to be, and I think he's improving every day on the training pitch, and I think we're starting to see that in games as well.